My name is Kristen Armstrong from Shepherd Elder Law. We have offices in Overland Park, in Hutchinson, and in the Northland, Kansas City. I am going to talk to you a little bit today about your legacy, how to create a legacy account for your social media. Why would you want to do that? Your Facebook, your social media accounts are actually considered digital assets of yours. This is probably something that you've never thought much about. And there are other digital assets out there that you may also have that you may also not realize that you have, including things like airline miles or credit card points, both of which have value. Before I show you how to create a legacy account for your social media, specifically your Facebook account, I want to talk a little bit about protecting your digital assets, both while you're alive and after death. While you are alive, your digital assets can be managed by your durable power of attorney. So if you are a person who has had some estate planning done, or if you've never had estate planning done, you should reach out to your estate planning attorney and find out, or your elder law attorney, and find out if your durable power of attorney includes the right to manage digital assets. So why would we want to do that? Let's say, for example, I have credit card points or airline miles, and my durable power of attorney appoints my husband, Stephen, as my attorney in fact. If something happens to me, I would want Stephen to be able to get online into the credit card account and to cash in those points, or I'd want him to be able to contact the airlines and maybe transfer the points if they would be allowed to be, if they're transferable, if we're allowed to transfer them, or to use them. Maybe I want him to be able to go on to my airline account and schedule to book us a trip. For example. So that's an example of using the durable power of attorney. Another use of the durable power of attorney would be maybe I have an account and I want to close that account and we want to cash in those points because maybe I don't need them anymore. Again, that durable power of attorney might authorize the person, my husband, called my attorney in fact, it would authorize him to take care of those assets for me. Let's say that I've passed away and I have these assets remaining out there. The durable power of attorney dies with me, with the exception of some post-death matters, which are things like planning my funeral or paying for my funeral. Has nothing to do with digital assets. So that power of attorney with respect to the power of digital assets has died with me. That means that in my revocable trust, I need to have the power to manage my digital assets. I want my trustee, who might also be my husband, maybe it's a financial institution, maybe it's another attorney, maybe it's a friend of mine, but I want that trustee to be able to manage those digital assets of mine, including perhaps my email account and my other social media accounts. Now, know that most of the time, even with the durable power of attorney or with a revocable trust or even a will, if your power is granted under your will, most of the times those corporations are not going to allow your attorney in fact or your executor or your trustee to be able to get into your email account to read all of your emails. But what they might be able to do is contact the corporation and say, Kristen passed away and we need to close down her email account. You provide the appropriate documentation and they'll close down the account. Same with the social media accounts, same with the airline accounts and the credit card points and all of those kinds of things. So that's how you take care of those digital assets. But again, the power has to be written into that document or your attorney in fact, your executor, your trustee, they're not going to have the power to do those kinds of things. That actually has to be in there. Again, it's a new and growing area of the law. We didn't have digital assets 20 or 30 years ago. So pull out those existing documents of yours, or if you don't have documents and you need documents in place, make sure you bring it up with your attorney to find out if those are included, if there's a provision for those included in there. So now I'm going to show you how to go outside of the durable power of attorney or go outside of the will or the trust and name what Facebook calls a legacy account owner. So the legacy account owner, you're going to be able to give certain choices for that person. And I think you can name more than one, but at least one person. And so I would recommend that everybody does this on their social media accounts. That way, if something happens to you, you get to choose whether that person has to shut down your account when they notify Facebook. Does your account get taken down? Or does it become what they call a memorial account, where your wall is still available, but maybe it's less susceptible to hackers, and it's not going to remind people that you've done this or that today, or that it's your birthday, or that kind of thing. And it becomes more of a memorial for people to visit on your page. And you get that option of number one, who you pick, and number two, what they get to do with it. So let me show you how to do that here. I'm going to switch my screen here, and I'm going to share my screen. And here's my screen. The digital assets, adding a legacy owner to your social media account. Step one, you're going to go to this little icon that's up here on the far right corner, top corner of your screen, this little arrow here, drop down arrow. You're going to click there. That's going to give you a drop down menu that has these options here, settings and privacy. You'll click this one. It will bring up another settings page. So you click this settings. Then you go down here to memorialization settings. Decide what happens to your account after you pass away. You're going to choose edit. And then right here in this box, you can type in your friend's name. And of course, it has to be another friend who is on Facebook, but you get to choose their name here. Now, one of the things that they'll be able to do is manage tribute posts on your profile, which includes deciding who can post and who can see posts. They will also be able to delete posts and remove tags. They will be able to request the removal of your account. So again, they could shut it down. They could respond to new friend requests. They could update your profile picture and your cover photo, which is that photo at the top of your page. Your legacy contact can only manage posts made after you've passed away. They will not be able to post as you or to see your messages. All right. Your legacy contact is not going to know that you have chosen them, and they won't be notified again until your account is actually memorialized, so that Facebook finds out that you've passed away. You could also request down here, you could request that your account be deleted after you pass away. I hope that helps you to decide what you want to do, and I hope it gives you a little bit of information about the legacy account and the options there. And I hope you learned a little bit something today about your digital assets.